All right, guys, we're back here with the weekly rapid game with commentary. Now, I will say I didn't post a video last week. I know today is Monday, but I normally try to post on the weekend, but I was extremely busy this weekend. I didn't really have the time dedicated to set aside for this. But anyway, let's just jump right in. We're going to go ahead and go to Lichess, play as black, 10-10. Hopefully we can get a game. Being that it's Monday, I'm off today, so very nice day to play a little chess here. And well, anyway, for people who don't know what this board is, this here is the Millennium E1. Is an online board only with the first party app, but there are third party apps where you can play OTB and analyze and other things such as Fritz, Lucas Chess, Shredder Chess, and Hierarchs, for example. So let's see, is our opponent going to move here? Oh, game aborted. Okay. I didn't see that. Let's go back. Oh, play new game. Detailed choice here. And let's do create challenge again. See what we get. It may have to, being that it's Monday, I don't know how quick. Okay, got a game quickly again. All right. All right, so anyway, I'm going to be playing as black much as I can for the time being, because I'm studying the Carol Khan, and I really like the Carol Khan. I think it's a popular opening, of course, but again, I think that again, if you're it offers a lot because it's a solid opening, and it's somewhat, when I say easy to play, like the ideas are kind of are fairly straightforward, like getting your bishop outside of the pawn chain, creating up this type of you see this triangle defense you see right here in the middle of the board. So you may hear people call this the triangle defense, I guess. And again, a case like this here where you initiating trades and things like that. Well, I don't really want to trade just yet, although I could. Sometimes I allow people to go ahead and take this bishop and move my queen out. Everything is a depends. So I think normally, I think the most popular default solid move is just to back your bishop up to G6. So if white does take that bishop, then you just trade it, trade bishops. Okay. All right, so now, most of the time you can go ahead and push C5 here. But I think before I push C5, I want to at least develop a piece. I want to develop my king side here. And I think probably the best way to do it, let me go ahead and get this bishop out here, because again, we have to develop some pieces here. Actually, F6 is a good move in this position as well. So I may end up going F6 here. I'm gonna see what he does. Okay. Should I go F6 is a question. So what I'll do now is, this is a little counterintuitive. I think I want to develop my queen knight because I want to attack his center. And but going F6 is a pretty fine move within itself. So let's see here. Yeah, let's just go F6 while we got a chance to kind of break his center up a little bit here. And we also got, let's see, he castles, nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and pop this knight out right here. So this right here it's not necessarily going to force him to go pawn takes knight, because, pawn takes pawn, because again, he can push F4, but he took this anyway, which is good for us, I think. We recaptured with a developing knight, and right on the square we want. Okay. See, this appears to be good because he, doubled my pawns here, but is it really good is a question. So now, and normally sometimes you might want to trade this bishop for this knight, but not in all cases. Most cases you're not. But in this case, I'm going to just back it up with tempo. I'm going to come back here. And now I'm attacking, what is that, H2. Okay. This somewhat, let's just go to here and force his hand. So really, you know, the way he's playing this opening is not in the spirit as white, I don't think. He's trading pieces. He's castle to a side that has his king vulnerable. My king can actually stand in the middle of the board, actually, believe it or not. Now, actually, I think I should just actually castle, believe it or not, because my straightforward idea is to just double my rooks on the H file, bring a knight over to either E4 or G4. He can't really touch me on the king side just yet because his queen is not developed. He doesn't have enough pieces on this side of the board. So in a case like this, and I have two lines open towards his king, two files. So I'm gonna just go ahead and castle here. There's no reason not to. Because my straightforward idea just castling is I mean I can even go say E5 here, and that'd probably be a good move. But I want to just probably put a little pressure. I may pull my rook up to H4, I think. All right, so that somewhat makes sense here. I think it may be he might want to stack his stack his king. I mean stack his that pawn is a little vulnerable, so it may be, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this knight right here a little bit closer. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and push this pawn right here, because if he, you know, brings his queen, say to E2, it's just going to put a little undue pressure on that pawn that would have been on E6. And I just didn't want that. And I think this is just a better move because actually I get my knight here in a little bit better position. Well, now I'm going to hop my knight to G4 and I'm going to force a concession some way or another. And those black squares around his king is going to get mighty weak here at some point. Okay. That is that's a pretty good move, I got to say. He's going to obviously take my pawn here, but again, we'll just allow that. I actually missed that. Again, talking and playing chess is a pretty good skill to have, but that's really nothing. Because if he takes this pawn right now, I'm not too worried about him taking my pawn, actually. Okay, so he pushes this, which is, so what we will do, let's go ahead and first of all, is there a tactic here? No, it's not. It is not. But I can go ahead. I'm going to push this queen out first to keep defending on my A7 pawn here. He may swing over to, say, A5, and that's totally okay if he does that. I don't really care if he does that. Because there may be some chances for some sacrifices here. Because I'm looking at that tender F7 here, and oh yeah, okay, he moves here. Okay, that was a good move because there was a sacrifice on the F7 actually. Because say if he'd went here, I'd take here. Then we go queen takes. I would have went here with I don't know if I still should. I'm almost thinking I should just. This is wow. I might sacrifice a piece here. I'm thinking about stacking my rooks, and if he goes rook takes rook, because that dog square over here is quite tender. And let's see what happens. Let me think about this for a minute. I don't know. I feel like I see something here, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if I should sacrifice that piece, though, in all honesty. I'm going to make this game exciting. I'm going to sacrifice this piece. Let's just hope that this works out here. Because my idea is that I'm going to, at some point, hit a, yeah, if he takes here, okay. I'm going to go ahead and take back now. I was going to stack my rook first, but I think this is more, because if I don't, I'll never get my knight there on that square. And I need that knight on this square. Because my idea is to bring this rook over here to H8, check right here where knight takes, come down with my queen here, check, and then pull my rook back over, and I might win the game. It's possible. Okay. We're just going to go here. Let's see. Actually, wow, I got queen takes knight like right now. This is wow. Okay, check this out. This is wow. Queen takes knight. This is crazy. Because if he goes pawn takes queen, then rook on H1 is mate. Wow. And he can't even, I think he can get a one check. He can check me once. That makes sense. I mean, he could sacrifice his no, actually he do got a defense here. Oh, he didn't do that. He missed out. He did have a defense. Believe it or not. He actually had a defense. I think. After the game, I'm going to go on Lichess and I'm going to analyze this game in that position, and I'm going to show you what I think he had, because it's too much for me to talk about right now. Yeah, I think he did have well, it wouldn't have been. I think that it would have been a bunch of trades. I think I would have came out on top, because he could have came right here with check, sacrifice his queen. I take this. He come here, and then yeah, he could have been winning, actually, possibly. No, he wouldn't have been winning. It just would have been, I think, about an even game. Yeah, don't worry. We're going to analyze this position here in a minute. Just let me show you what I think the crazy defense was. And that's one of the things I try to tell people, is that what takes you to the next level in chess is defense resources. So now, I'm going to go here with the check. I think I can win. Yeah, wait a minute. Yep. I think I can win multiple pieces here like this. Check first, and then he comes over here, and then when I check, let's see, check here. If he steps his king back to the back rank, then I'm going to just take his rook. And if he steps his king over, I'm just going queen takes pawn. Actually, I could even have a mate here. I don't know just yet. Okay, so he steps here. So now, hold up. First of all, let's go ahead back here and go check right here first. Because again, if I would have went pawn takes pawn, don't forget queen takes pawn, and then my rook still is hanging in the end of all of this. So don't forget about that. But the thing is, I got too many checks here. Because right now, don't forget, he don't have any checks on me whatsoever. Now, is there a mate here? Well, oh, actually there is a mate. No, it's not a mate because he go queen take. That's the only thing keeps saving him is queen takes the pawn right here. Because I could just go here with check with the queen. If his queen wasn't right there, that would be mate. But let me verify I don't have a mate here because there's no checks here. Let me make sure he doesn't have any checks on me. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take this. No, I should just go. Okay, yeah, we're just going to go here. We're just going to go rook takes rook. We're not, and he will get a check. No, he won't even get a check even then. We're just going to go ahead and take the rook. It could have been a mate here, but I would say like this. When you got a situation where you are completely winning, there's no need to, there's no need to put yourself in a position where you're going to lose the game. So now, think about it. All I got to do now is my knight can come into the game with a check, but do I want him to check just yet? That's the thing. Because he's banking on this here, and that's fine. I'm not even worrying about that. Because again, when you got a lot going on, like see this check here almost works, but he's going to go here. And what happens after he goes there? That is a question here. So let's see here. After he goes here, if he goes here, check there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this pawn here first with check. That's the first thing we're gonna do. There's no need because I mean I'm gonna take this pawn. All right. So the next move is to go. The next move is, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, he resigned. Yeah. All right. So that was a good game because if he goes here, for example, the only square he can go to is here. I have multiple things I could do. I could even just bring a rook right here and go check right here, or I could just go right here and win his queen, and then just basically win the game. Because say if I goes here, check, and he just I don't know goes here, for example, I take queen takes queen like this. All right, he goes queen takes my queen. And then I just go rook takes rook, and then, well, he can take my knight here. But look, that's just two rooks versus a knight. And again, that's just an easy win. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump over to Lichess and analyze that one position because I want to show you what I think he had as a great defensive resource. I don't know if it would have worked, but I think that, again, that he had something there. All right, so here's the game here. I'm just going to quickly go through the opening and then just get to a couple of key positions and tell you a few of my thoughts and ideas. All right, so going through this opening here, let's go ahead and click here on the screen here. Everything was pretty level until about, say, move, I don't know, 7 or so. And Well, when I push F6, again, what I want to point out here is that F6 is an idea in the Karakhan in some cases, but it's just not in this move order variation right here. Because when you go back and trust me, go back and analyze your games, it's much easier to remember than just, studying and opening the book. So again, I won't forget this right here because I play this opening quite a lot here. I play this F6 idea quite a lot myself. So in this opening, but it's giving white a slight advantage. It's not the end of the world, but um, but instead you should just play bishop. Let me see. Maybe this move order. Bishop takes. Can you go F6 now? Let's see. No, you still can't go F6. All right, because it weakens this pawn here. All right, so anyway, that's how I'm going to learn to play this opening from now on. I won't forget that my F6 idea is not appropriate in this version of the opening. So moving right along, let's get back to the actual game here. We get back to a point where we're about even again, and because again, as I pointed out in the game, that when he takes this here, it just opens a line straight up to his king pretty much for no reason. I don't think I would have done that. I think I'd have rather just try to outplay my opponent. Castles, that's good. And all of my moves here, again, this is not a bad move, but it definitely, apparently, according to Stockfish, but from a human perspective, it's totally okay. But I think the problem here is that it's opening up the center of the board a little bit too much. But still, as you can see, my ideas that I'm trying to toy around here with are not the greatest ideas, but I just wanted to give my opponent something to try to figure out. And that's sometimes what you got to do. Again, you want to play as objective as possible, but sometimes, you've got a gut feeling about how your opponent may play in certain positions. So I felt like it was a good chance that he may not be able to handle such messy positions at what we're about to get. So he goes back, and I go up here. He goes pawn takes, knight takes, and he brings his queen. This, I didn't even see this because I didn't consider queen takes knight into right here. So it turned out that my idea of just putting some pressure on the queen side made my opponent falter. But guess what? That was not the end of the story because he actually made the right move. And the follow-up was to go, let's see. Let me just see if I go here, what happens. He just goes check. Oh yeah, and then my queen is taken. Okay, so that's one defense. But the defense I saw, remember I said I think it was a defense. My defensive idea was this. Sack your queen back. Now watch, don't forget about this now. Watch this. You just gave up. Think about it. Look at the piece count. But don't forget, it's white's move. I mean, it's black's move. Although he's attacking your rook. Now watch this. Pawn takes queen, and now you're up a full rook. Don't get me wrong. The defense that we saw a while ago where you win black's queen is better. But I saw this idea here, and I thought that this here worked. Because, for example, if you go, obviously, if you take, he just takes, and then you're just down a full rook. And if you say move your rook back, well, you just move your rook back, and just everything is all good in the world. So anyway, that's the game here, the game of the week with commentary. I just wanted to just do a little analyzing. Interesting game. I'm glad you got to see a game that was a little exciting. Sometimes exciting games aren't the most accurately played games, but however, they was very fun to play. And sometimes just try to make the game a little messy. Your opponent may not be able to figure it out.